Okay, so we're going to be watching Tectone's video of that Paimon VA has gotten fired. Or got fired, should I say. Which is like, I saw Asmongold's clip channel on this. It was like a minute and a half, 2 minutes long. And I never heard anything about her getting fired. It was more that she is not going to work. Like, she's not going to voice act Paimon until the company goes union. And she said, if they fire her, I don't care. That's what she said. She was like, I don't care, fire me. Which is like, the thing is that I feel like it's almost mandatory to pretty much fire her immediately. Like, for the game state, it's pretty much mandatory because whether you like it or not, Paimon's voice is literally the most important voice in Genshin that makes the quest, like, playable. Like, if Paimon was not voiced, like, next patch, that is literally 50% of the quest immediately that's not voiced. So, the thing is, they need to get a replacement immediately. Like, so I think there's an extremely high chance. And since what they did, like, with, like, Kaelus's VA and Stell's VA, where they got fired and got replaced, Hoyoverse is cracking down and they're doing it. So I am very interested to see how quick. I'm not sure if she actually is fired. Maybe she actually is, but that's not what I heard. But
I want to remind you guys that 2 months ago, I put out a tweet that said, if Paimon's VA actually gets replaced,
true, he said he will play.
I thought would never happen. I will go back and I will play some of Genshin Impact's Natlin to see if I was far too harsh on it. I don't believe that I was, but I'm willing to go try it out and play a little bit of Genshin for the first time in 2 years. If Paimon, not taken away, replaced.
Plays a minute of it, leaves.
I want a replacement.
I mean, bro gets to play with all of it voiced, which I'm jealous, because I did it.
For Paimon, not a silent voice. Absolutely
yes,
not.
We do not want a silent voice. I would rather Corina voice Paimon than a silent voice. I think we all agree with that, but I'm just so curious, like, what her new voice would sound like. Like, what would the new voice sound like? I generally have zero clue what it could. Like, is it going to be still more high-pitched? Is it going to be like, I don't know. I genuinely don't know.
Fast forward to 17 hours ago, and Paper Bag Boy does an interview on Paimon.
Oh yeah, it was an interview, okay.
Where it has been alleged that she's saying she might get replaced. Let's watch all
so she's not actually fired. Is like there's an extremely high chance that she is because she's refusing to work now until Hoyoverse becomes union. So it's like, hey, we've seen what happened to Kaelus and Stell.
Yes.
The collective work refusal will end when the strike does, even if Hoyo doesn't sign the agreement.
Actors are too afraid to say anything.
Albion Online is a sandbox MMORPG.
God damn it!
You write your own.
Because the minute that we do, we're blacklisted. I know I'm blacklisted from the last studio I spoke about this about. I had sent word to Hoyo.
Bro, is she blacklisted from looking directly at the camera? How stupid is this chick, brother? What are you looking at?
What do you mean? She's looking here, but she has a lazy eye.
And also, dear God, I knew this chick was ugly, but I mean, bro looks like Glop, son of Glop with this shit. She got like a fucking under chin the size
It doesn't
of her
really have
belly.
a neck,
That's
does
insane. Bro's an ogre.
That said, I refuse to come back until the game is union specifically. Remember, like a year or
Which
two
is never gonna happen.
ago, I had come forward stating that I had.
Ah, yes. They're gonna let one voice actor bully them into getting voice acted by the refusal to work, where they can just pull the plug and replace her immediately. Smart.
I gotten paid within 7 months, like for 7 months. I'm getting more into debt because I'm not getting paid on time.
Hey guys, what's
You were in debt the immediate you joined the union.
going on? It's Paper.
Hey, I'm gonna be real. Corina. You complaining about not getting paid on time? We do not care.
Oh yeah, you complaining. Bro, you're not even working. You can't refuse to work and complain that you're not getting paid.
You want to know why? Because legit, nobody at this job is working because you've been advocating for staying in and refusing to work in a company and now half the VAs can't do anything, and if they do, they get guilted, they get harassment,
They get threatened.
death threats because you have made
They
this
get threatened by Saka.
line, making this space completely undesirable to work with, and you have completely obliterated any semblance of legs the entire movement had to stand on with your sheer dumbassery. We do not feel bad. We do
Crazy how one retard ruined the space for literally everyone.
not care.
Even the players. Like, the voice actors, everyone. She ruined it for everyone, which is crazy.
Shut the hell up.
Bag Boy here. So today we are interviewing Paimon's VA, Corina
Paimon.
Becker. I would like to say this is an interview, not a debate, so I expect everyone in the comments to be as
Before any of you guys feel sympathy for this chick, I want to remind you that she thinks all of you are retarded. Clip in
What?
that TikTok. Just a little bit of it, of the hope this helps, and all of you guys who disagree with me are fucking idiots.
YouTubers don't know anything. YouTubers don't know anything.
I mean, I've seen this plenty of times. We've seen this plenty of times. Okay?
Wrong
We have seen that
anyway.
plenty of times.
Matters.
We already know.
Hope this helps.
Just to give
It's such a good meme that if you're not in the space, you do not get it whatsoever.
some context.
respectful and cordial as possible. So hello, Corina. Welcome to the channel. How are you doing?
Hi, I'm doing good. I've been reading a lot of books lately because I've been kind of sick, so I haven't been able to.
We don't care. We don't
You gonna throw up again? Fuck, I moved the camera.
care. You've been sick for like 18,000 fucking years. Are you going to pretend to vomit in the toilet to gain sympathy again? We do not care.
Or anything, but I've been reading a lot of books, and I got into Fourth Wing. It took over my life.
Yeah, I saw that on your Blue Sky. I saw that you posted about it.
Yeah. I got my other friend Kaylee Mills into it. She then became obsessed with
Can
it
we-
so much that she got her nails
No one
done
cares.
inspired by Fourth
No
Wing.
way.
It was really cool.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So how did you land the role of
Why does she do these faces? Okay, I'm already getting pissed off. I gotta take my sweater off because my blood pressure's rising, my body temperature's heating up. I gotta cool the fuck off. Okay, I'm gonna try really hard. I'm gonna try really hard to get through this video.
Paimon in Genshin Impact?
Okay, so it was like every other audition that you kind of do in the industry. Got a random audition from my agent, and it was like, this is project, and I don't remember what the code name was at the time because they don't tell you what you're auditioning for ever in video games because of NDAs and stuff. But it was for the character of Paimon,
NBA.
the female traveler, and also Amber. And I auditioned for it, then turned it in, completely forgot about it until like a month later. All of a sudden, I
Wouldn't
Why is she's moving her head like Jesus Christ. Like her brain is going bang, 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 bang.
it
Sorry.
have been nice if she got female traveler? That way we'd never have to hear this bitch's voice.
get a call.
Fucking true. Oh, I'm sure. Bro, no, don't say that because Lamine would sound shit. Lamine with a high-pitched voice would not go well. I just don't see that.
My agent saying, "Hey, they need you to come in for a callback for
An
Paimon,"
Amber.
and I was like, "Great, I don't remember auditioning for that." So then I went back, re-listened to what I auditioned with, and then walked into the callback, saw that my friend
Her ADHD is on fucking... She has to have severe ADHD. She cannot look in one direction for 1 second.
That being said, like Paimon's VA or hate Paimon's VA, she is the world's first talking thumb, and that is very impressive.
Chris Fiella was the director, and I was really excited because I love him. And he was then like, "They don't want this to sound like anime at all." That was a lie, by the way. They were
What?
completely grounded. So it's
You
really
mean
funny
not
because
sound
what
like
I
what?
auditioned with Paimon was much closer to this sound
Yeah.
than what it ended up being.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
How different do you think your life would be if you actually landed the role of the female traveler? Do you think it would be any different?
Yes, because she... I was going to say she wouldn't be getting... I mean, she wouldn't be getting paid, literally. She wouldn't even be getting paid, bro. Even if you pick her as the MC or not. Like... Because they both have such little... The other twin and your MC both have such little, like, voice acting. You'll be literally getting paid jack shit. Even if you have to voice both, because obviously if you pick one or the other, you have to voice both of them, obviously. Like, she wouldn't be getting paid anything. Like, she's getting paid a lot, because a lot more than She's getting paid the most because she is Paimon.
I think I would have recorded a lot less.
You think there'd be like a lot less drama going on right now?
I don't know. You know,
I mean, the drama is about what she said, not really about the role that she plays, right?
drama happens to everybody,
Yeah,
right?
definitely.
くだらぬことで我の安眠を
So,
邪
I
魔する
mean, I feel like it would. I mean, but I guess.
貴様
I mean, it's Genshin, so it would be well
So
known
what
anyway.
was your
why?
reaction to actually landing the
I cannot believe after putting out 45 of the most unlikable TikToks and the most unlikable posts of all time, she says, "Oh, drama happens to everyone." I bet you she thinks she doesn't deserve this backlash. I bet you she's cried to her friends about why she doesn't get why everybody hates her. Holy shit.
role? Did you know it was going to be such an iconic character or not?
Friends, sorry.
Koyo realized how big it was going to be. So, like, I also did not, like, I knew, they basically said when I walked in for my first recording, you're the Navi of this world, like, from Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. And I was like, oh, I've always wanted to be Navi. I know.
Yeah.
Hoyoverse is never beating the just copying Breath of the Wild allegations.
True.
They are never beating we're just copying.
I mean, Hoyoverse have literally stated themselves that they base their world exploration and stuff on Breath of the Wild, on Zelda. They have literally come out and said that, and they've based like the elemental reaction system off another game. So they've literally come out and said that.
Being Zelda
It's
allegations.
not any secret or anything.
And the fact that Corina just dropped that is so obvious that all they were doing was copying Breath of the Wild. Nobody picked up on that on social media. Corina herself admitted that Genshin.
Wait, does Tectone realize that Hoyoverse have stated themselves? I'm pretty sure I saw something about that, like a video. Like, I don't know, I think I watched it like fucking ages ago, man.
Is just a ripoff of Breath of the Wild. Yep, that's insane.
People find her annoying, but I
Take Navi, but make her fucking miserable to listen to.
like her.
I do
And
too.
I've
actually.
never played
I
a
like her
Zelda
lot.
game or anything, so I don't know.
like it.
Nobody likes Navi. She's annoying as fuck.
Oh, okay.
Hey, listen. No wonder she thinks she's likable. She doesn't get it.
I was really excited. And I also didn't realize that it was going to be a continuous thing. I remember getting it to the end of like 1.1 recording, and then they were like, okay, you're done. And I thought, huh, when did
Paimon dies. Paimon dies at 1.1. Yeah, so this is your job done now.
we save the sibling? I'm sure it'll make sense when the game comes out. Fine. I'm done with this game completely because we had just got went against Storm, the dragon.
Yeah.
development.
Storm Terror's lair.
And then they called me back like a month later, and they were like, "Hey, you have pickups," and I was like, "Oh, okay, that's normal pickups." Right?
Dvalin.
Why do I have a 4-hour slot for pickups? That's a lot of pickups. Okay, whatever. I'm not going to question it. And then I go in, and they're like, "Yeah, you got about like 10 pickups today," and I'm like, "And I need 4 hours for that?" And they're like, "Well, then you're going to continue on with 1.2." And I go, "What do you mean 1.2?"
So you
What do
found out that you were doing
what do
more?
And then that was when like
Wait, she didn't know that like the gacha games are like maybe she didn't really know what like a gacha game was and like the amount of updates they
it's
have.
like, "Oh yeah, you're going to be
Or,
able to do this for like 5 years."
A live
Yeah,
service
that's
game.
crazy. Oh my goodness, that's insane.
I know none of you guys probably want to listen to this, and I encourage everybody who is, I applaud everybody
I'm
who's
kind
actually
of zoning
sticking with
out
this through me.
when she speaks.
I have a really hard time not showing.
I'm listening more to myself reading it in my head on the text than her, to be honest.
How I feel with my face. So I apologize for any feelings of disgust you might see coming from how I'm looking at something. But I'm going to listen to this just in case she slips up and says anything that I think is newsworthy. We already found one. I think we'll find more, but we're going to listen to the whole thing. I apologize, guys.
The reason they could even do a pickup is like sometimes they've said, so you put emphasis on this word and we actually want emphasis on this word.
Yeah.
It could be as simple as that. And then like on the very rare occasion, sometimes, when you're in the recording, you're recording there for 4
Do we care about how you got the role? All we care about is, the fucking everything that's going on now. Like, we never... Why you have to... I don't care.
hours. The sound engineer is probably sick of hearing me.
All we care about is what's happening now.
He has to listen to. And mind you,
So is everybody else on planet Earth.
when we record, it's only one person recording at a time. So he is listening to a high-pitched squeaky voice for 4 hours. So any sound engineer would be like, "Oh, I hate this." And maybe they might have missed
And any player, too.
a tiny little glitch in the thing that they like in the recording that they can't edit out. So then they'll pick up for that.
Yeah. So so when you're in the studio, are there any other voice actors at all?
Nope, there
Just
is
you?
just me. So basically,
Holy shit, she freaking like... her head turned like 180
the
degrees
script
though.
is in front of me. Also, we don't get the script in advance either, so we are cold reading everything. the script is in front of me. I get to see what the other characters are saying, and if you're lucky enough, the director will also be cool and read what the characters are saying, so that way you can kind of play off of it. But no, we don't have the other actors there at all.
Yeah, that's different than I thought.
I actually like that. I actually like that. You can see the other characters' voice lines, which is actually good. And sometimes the director actually reads it. I actually like that like way of doing it.
I thought you would
Yeah,
kind of
actually-
play off of one another.
Okay, that's
So
kinda
Paimon's voice obviously has a super
Yeah.
high energy vibe. You know what I'm talking about. I mean, I think everybody does. How do you get into her headspace for recording?
So my idea with Paimon is that like part of what helps any
No one cares. I'm a person who I don't care about the voice actors themselves, bro. What I care about is the character. Anyway, I just don't like.
voice actor come up with a voice for character.
All we want to know is
If
what's
you look at her
happening
itself,
now.
Half of her face is her eyeballs. If you just, yeah, I know. If you just
I mean,
imagine
actually,
all
true.
of the air coming out of your eyeballs, all of a sudden you
I
get
mean, half your face is. I mean, similar, isn't it?
nasally
Oh
voice
my
already.
god.
And then because Hoya wanted it really high,
So I have a hot
Holy
take. AI
shit.
is not just a buzzword. If
How
used
I
with
can?
its,
Jesus
I'm so
Christ!
glad you
Like,
said that. So
it doesn't even sound like Paimon.
and then
That doesn't even sound like Paimon. That doesn't even sound like Paimon. Paimon. Like, actually, it sounds actually too high pitched to be Paimon. Is that crazy for me to say? That's too high.
I always had
I've never met somebody who owns a poodle that isn't a bitch.
added a list on her. Like it's a very light list, but it is there. So Paimon kind of has a list attached to it. And then, like, when it comes to like the attitude of Paimon, it
I
was
feel like I'm in hell,
what Hoya had
guys.
told me was they wanted her really talkative. They wanted people to think that she was annoying, and that they wanted this idea of a very childlike floating character hanging out with you. And I was like, great, I voice children all the time. I know exactly how to do
Yeah,
that.
but that's also something I don't think a lot of the fans realize is that there's nothing that's going to happen in voice acting that the director does not want or that the people in charge don't want.
It's what the client doesn't want. Yeah, the director has some sway onto like gear the client to do something that he wants, but at the end of the day, the client is the one making those choices. And I remember being there on my first day and doing what I did for the audition, and they were like, "Can you do it? Can you go higher?" And it's literally the Hoyo client that was sitting there saying, "Go higher, no higher. We want it even higher. Can you possibly go higher?" And I was like, "You know what? Here you."
Listen, I'm
I'm
gonna.
not even
explain
saying
this
because I don't
to you,
care.
paper bag boy, because I feel like you just tried to say that Paimon isn't that bad. I want to make this very clear. Okay.
I mean, to me, Paimon doesn't really irritate me that much, I will admit. Maybe because I just got used to it over time. But I don't think Paimon's really... Sometimes it's like, when she yawns, I'm like, Jesus Christ. I'm like, holy shit. And then sometimes it's like, okay. But it's like, most of the time I just don't really think about it, to be
Paimon's
honest.
voice is annoying, right? It is. It's objectively annoying because it's supposed to be. Because the client made a shitty fucking decision. Players didn't have a problem with that. The problem now is we know Corina Boatger is a dumb fuck piece of shit behind the scenes. So we don't want her a part of the fucking game. Because now we have to listen to an annoying ass voice with a shit ass personality who's done a lot of shitty fucking things. And the thing is with Paimon, we just want her dialogue reduced by about 80%. That's what's best for Genshin Impact, and for the love of God, give us a skip button.
It would be nice to have, like, either, like... Because sometimes it is a bit weird having, like, the MC. Like, I'm just going to talk about the MC a little bit. Like, the MC voiced, but you're, like, voicing him. It's like, I voice the MC, pretty much. Like, any content creator voices the MC, right? Like the MC in any game has, like, 1 billion voice actors, bro. Like, Jesus Christ. But so it'd be cool to see, because if Paimon's, like, voice acting gets reduced, the MC's, like, lines would have to get, like, increased on top of that. So I just wonder how they would, like, balance that.
You go, and I'm
Because that means, like, you'll technically be, like, reading a lot more, because you have to read the MC's lines a lot more, right?
By the way, fuck the client too. They're retarded.
I mean, I guess a lot of Paimon's voice lines are literally just reciting things.
I'm a ridiculously high pitched person, so they got lucky on that.
Yeah, that's insane. Oh,
Yeah, and then it kind of grew into what you have today.
Yeah. So with, obviously Genshin has a huge voice cast.
I mean, lucky.
Do
I
you
mean, they
get to
kind of
meet any
probably
of
would
the
have
other VAs?
chosen.
And if you do, what is the atmosphere like with them?
I actually know most of them from previous stuff. For example, Kaylee Mills, Brianna Knickerbocker, Jenny Okabori, Allegra Clark.
Gotta be honest, I have no idea who the fuck any of those. Jenny, isn't that Yoimiya's? I think.
Zach Aguilar, Joe Zija.
Allegra Clark, my #1 hater. Jesus, that makes a
I
lot
don't even know
of
who they
sense.
are.
Like all of those. A lot
That
of those
makes
people
a
all
lot
have
of
stock.
sense.
We were all friends way before because in the voice acting industry, it's a lot smaller than you think. So usually we all kind of know each other either through like meeting each other like at meetups that voice actors have, or like in classes.
I mean, yeah,
or,
voice actors
just
voiced
because,
in
we
a
work on the same
bunch of
project,
stuff,
so
yeah.
eventually there's a meetup because of that.
Who would have guessed that?
Yeah, and then for those of I did make some new friends too, like Sarah Miller Cruz I met through this game, Chrissy Kate I met through this game,
Sarah's
I met
with
through this
me.
game, all lovely people that I got to become friends with. So it's kind of like a
You know the other voice actors are fake as fuck if they're actually friends with this piece of shit. And also, I don't want to make you guys think this girl's any worse than she already is. Brother owns 6 Funko Pops, unironically. Jesus Christ, bro. I mean, if that's not a self-report, I don't know what is.
mixture of like a lot of them I knew from before, and a lot of them.
Is having Funko Pops really that bad? Or is it just a meme? Like,
I like met through the game itself.
Yeah. So this is obviously where we get to a tough question. You know the drama that's going on, and we can't avoid it. It's something that has to be discussed. So why was Jacob Takanashi getting the role as Kanish received so poorly by the other voice actors?
The reason why is
because they're all bitches, because it's going against what they want.
because in the United States, like obviously actors stick together.
Okay, so she clarified, in the United States. Okay, thank you for that.
Actors. I remember being a very young actor working in theater and being told, you never take the role of a striking actor. You know, you do not do that. That is not okay. It's not cool. But even further than that.
Yeah, but guess what people care more about? Guess what people hold in high regards than morals? Money. Like,
in the United States, we have a
no one cares
of sticking by our fellow workers and not taking the jobs of those that are striking.
That is actually one of the most cringe things. Fuck.
You can.
Yeah, but if they're striking because they're greedy and stupid, then they deserve to be replaced. And how fucking dare you continue to work on this strike and you cast judgment on every other person who tries to work like you have been doing since day one, at the same time preaching how noble you are. Hypocrite.
Not like the way that I went about it. That is 100% valid. You're very welcome to have that opinion. But at the end of the day,
why is everything related to Genshin and Genshin itself just terrible? Because the game fucking sucks and the community fucking sucks.
And the community
is.
is.
History that when a worker takes the job of a striking actor, you call
something.
Yeah. Okay.
That's what you're supposed to do. And again, you don't have to like it. You don't have to like me for it. That's totally fine. But that's the reason why. They only had me audition for the Sailor Stars characters. And I did that. And then, like, a month or two goes by. And
I don't know what the fuck she's
even
yapping about. I'm not even speaking.
Guys, if you thought waterboarding was bad, welcome to listening to Paimon's voice actor yap for 30 minutes, guys. We're so close to the finish line, I promise you.
On the production side or something.
Yeah.
No big deal. That way I'm at least a part of the show because I love Sailor Moon. I watched it when I was a kid. Only to, like, 6 months later, get a call from Jamie being like, hey, you want to be in Sailor Moon? I was like, Jamie, don't even me. And he hangs up. He's like, oh my god, are you hurt? I got Sailor Moon.
Like, is this going to talk about anything to do with...
Or is it still just going to be Paimon? I know
Current
voicing Paimon.
situation?
Here we
That's
go.
a great memory. So
Here we
are there
go.
any new major roles?
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. We got to the part
that actually matters.
Where was
Bro.
I at? Okay. We finally got to the part where we should care about.
Oh, awesome. That's a great memory. So are there any new major roles coming up for you soon, or is it still just going to be Paimon? I know you're not voicing Paimon at the moment, but is there any...
For the love of God, no new major roles. For the love of God.
Well, she's probably gonna say a huge show that everyone loves.
I hear she's coming to Wuthering Waves. I'm just fucking splattering myself right now.
She's replacing Abby. Yeah. That'd be the funniest shit.
new roles that you have coming up?
Correct. After Jacob was replaced, I sent notice to Hoyo saying that I would no longer voice Paimon until they became union, so they'll probably just replace me. But moving on, I do have other roles in the mix right now. A lot of them are under NDA, but something that actually came out recently that I'm actually really proud of.
Okay. So her saying that she said she will no longer voice Paimon until the union's over.
Which means we're playing next patch in JP. Fuck my life.
The union strike is over. Is most likely a precursor because she's already been let go and she's trying to cope and seem noble for her cause when she was working throughout the entire strike. I cannot confirm that, but that is most likely what is happening. She wants to set herself up to be seen as I left rather than getting fired. That's very interesting. Let's keep going.
It is Robo Gobo. It's on Disney Plus. I voice a little snake character
Fucking what?
in it, and then I also voice some random other characters in some other episodes. So it's a really
And no one
cute,
knows what the.
toddler show. I'm not
I think-
in it a lot, but I'm in it a little bit, and
Going from the main character of Genshin back to Robo Gobo. How the mighty have fallen.
it's a
Finally, she's where she deserves.
very adorable show, and it's probably
Please stay in Disney Plus.
not going to be anything that your audience is going to even want to see. But I'm really proud of it regardless, because it was like I've worked with
Trust me, you voicing Paimon is not anything our audience wants to see either.
Disney before.
This is. I don't even know what to even say. Like.
On the
Although I will admit, a snake, perfect typecasting.
on-camera side, and
True.
also in an anime that they were producing. I think.
Like, most of this video is like, no one cares about what she's saying.
I think I can't. I don't remember what Disney produces, but this was my first like official, actual original animation with Disney that I've worked on. So it was really cool, and Disney was really awesome. They actually gave me the So in animation, when they're drawing the character of what my character should look like, except for Ida Somnium Files, they did give me a free version of game. Which
When
doesn't
you
have it.
think you're getting
Yeah,
into
any
the
role- any
actual
role at all, like
stuff
any-
you want to
just
hear.
Any dream role.
Mothra,
Mothra?
yeah,
Mothra, like, oh,
like, I love Mothra. I want to be Mothra.
that's actually
One that just screeches. Sounds about right.
dope. Oh, my
Yeah.
goodness. Like, I'm gonna
Mothra from Godzilla? Like, in, like, the King of Monsters? That.
be a monster.
Yeah,
I feel like I could be a pretty good monster,
I
maybe.
think you could, yeah, with a voice like that. For
Ah! Isn't that the.
Okay, so this is where we get to one that all
She's retarded, right? She just by the way that she talks, she's got to be full-blown retarded, right? Am I crazy?
of the fans want to know. It's what everybody's here for. Do you believe the collective work refusal will end when the strike does, even if Hoyo doesn't sign the agreement?
So I can't
Okay, let's hear it. All right, here we go. Great question, man. Let's see here.
speak for the rest of my castmates when it comes to this, so I'll only speak on my own behalf on this. As I said earlier, when Jacob got replaced as his character Kanich in Genshin, I had sent word to Hoyo that said I refuse to come back until the game is union specifically.
I was like, you're cringe. Anyway.
He's in
Okay, so she's not gonna come back when the strike's over. She's gonna come back when the game becomes union, and the game's not becoming union.
Yeah, it's never.
So this should more or less prove that she's already out of the game, and she's coping very hard and trying to say,
Or she's just lying straight out of her teeth. She's still voice acting fine.
fired. I quit.
reason why I said union specifically, because I know some other actors, they just want an AI like protection signed. That's all they.
That's already happened. That's all.
Yeah, that's the thing. The thing that doesn't make sense is that Hoyoverse already has protections from AI. That's the whole thing. Like, I watched Brandon Lyons' video, which I did. I reacted to Brandon Lyons' video, and it's like, the thing is, they already have protections against it.
Oh, you didn't need that. You never needed that. And the fact
Yeah.
that you're still peddling this lie, anybody who researches this knows that is already in the game.
Want and they're willing to come
This
back.
doesn't
to
make
work.
sense.
For me personally, I will not come back unless it's union.
It was never about AI. It was never about AI.
And the reason why is because we are still having issues with getting paid within the 30 days as stated on our contract. If we still, and mind you, remember, I like a year or two ago, I had come forward stating that I had not gotten paid within 7 months, like for 7 months. This most recent time, I've been consistently not getting paid on a 30-day basis, but
What I feel like this is. I have a very high suspicion that this is all she's saying right now is just not true.
like for this one, it took 5 months for me to get paid. Finally,
Yeah, that's a long time.
it's a very long time, and I work paycheck to paycheck. And at this point,
Oh no.
Bitch,
That's
you
probably
better
something
be
you
on
do
the
not want to say.
streets. You got nothing. Brother, you about to be on the streets when you lose this role. Oh, man. Oh, man.
Like, actually, because this is the thing that she voice acts in the most.
Maybe if you didn't call your entire audience retards, maybe they'd be willing to help you out. Ain't nobody like your ass, brother. Hey. I got a great new opportunity for Paimon to voice act. It's called a McDonald's customer service employee. Here's what I want you to say, Paimon.
The drive-through.
Sir, may I take your order?
No, if I hear that in my drive-through, I'm leaving. I'm like, oh fuck, here we go.
Why don't you try that one?
No, McDonald's wouldn't do that, or KFC, or freaking wherever the fuck, because they would lose business, bro.
More into debt because I'm not getting paid on time.
Yeah.
And if I still have to ask my parents to help me pay for my rent, I might as well actually take a stand here and say, well, I have to do that anyway. So
that's because voice acting is a side job, not a main job for 99.9999999% of people.
That sounds like content creation as well.
You're being lazy as shit if you're going paycheck to paycheck and you're not getting a real job because once every 4 months you work for 4 hours. Brother, get a real job. Holy fuck, this woman reeks of unemployment.
Knowing that my contract is not being obligated the way it should be currently.
Asking your parents to pay your bills. 35 years old. Asking your parents to pay your bills. Dear God. Holy shit. First of all, you don't look a day over 70. Holy shit. How little pride do you have to ask for financial compensation?
Bro doesn't do skincare.
From your parents because you're a spoiled brat that refuses to work a real job.
In the state that it's in, it tells me that even if an AI protection were to be signed, unless there is actual enforceable protection,
It is. For fuck's sake, it is.
I cannot trust that it will actually do anything. And I look, you can have your feelings about what you feel about SAG, but at the end of the day, voice actors do not make enough money.
Yeah, SAG sucks.
To pay for lawyers to be able to actually enforce what's in our contracts, which is why these studios don't pay us on time because they.
Well, maybe you could have started the GoFundMe with the good faith you've gotten from your fucking fans, but the problem is now nobody has faith in you because you spent the last year lying to us what the strike was actually about, as well as going as far as to insult your own audience that without them you would have nothing.
Yeah, she made me cry.
Nothing. So maybe that's why you can't afford lawyers. Maybe next time we treat the people who build us up with respect and we don't lie to our consumers and we don't lie to our community. What a novel thought, huh?
You know this.
And I want to just remind you, Paimon, just because you voice.
I mean, I guess we'll find out if she is got fired or not in 4.7. I mean 5.7. I guess we'll find out soon enough because the Genshin 5.7 special program is in 8 days time. So no, not 8. What am I saying? Like 5 days time. So let's see.
Character in a video game does not make you better than the people who play it. Okay? Congratulations. You got lucky with the genetics to sound retarded on birth. And now they wanted a character that sounds retarded. You are not voice acting. You are merely talking. You got lucky, and now you think that your shit don't stink. And you have completely lost sight of everything the strike was supposed to be about. And it's a shame. And you still want to play a victim when all of your issues are brought onto you by yourself.
Definitely see that as like the main issue. That would be, if I was voice acting, that would be my number one issue, is getting paid on time, considering the fact that I worked in the acting industry and it actually.
You want to know why nobody feels bad for you? Brother, you go live and talk for 4 hours and get paid thousands of dollars. Meanwhile, you have people showing up at McDonald's, Best Buy, plumbing, construction working a job they fucking hate, yet doing it with a smile because they know they fucking have to without bitching or moaning at all. This is the most unrelatable human being on fucking earth. Since Hassan Piker saying streaming is the hardest job on the planet because it's soul sucking.
Wait, did he actually say that? I unironically.
Be grateful for the beautiful opportunity that you have, and you've squandered it by being fucking lazy and trying to work a side job as a main gig. Go out, get a real job, then you would have been fine having to wait a little bit longer for your payments, and suck it the fuck up. Nobody is going to feel bad for anybody in the entertainment industry. Nobody's going to feel bad for anybody in the fucking content creation industry, because it's a beautiful blessing that we get to work on this. And the fact that you're so ungrateful, you're so out of touch, that you're trying to farm sympathy because they were a couple months late one time for a paycheck? Shut the
Actually,
up,
it's
man.
two.
Actually experienced it firsthand whenever
Jesus.
someone blows you off again and again and again, and you don't get paid for months. It's ridiculous.
I don't even know what to even
That
like
this has already
comment
been
on. I
addressed once, and it still has not been fixed.
This
and
is
it's
just so
2 years since then, or 1
stupid.
year. But this is a consistent problem within our industry: is that studios regularly do not pay their non-union work on time.
Yeah.
Regularly, and actors are too afraid to say anything because the minute
Every
that we get
dance?
blacklisted. I know I'm blacklisted from the last studio I spoke about this about. I know that.
That's crazy how you complain about being blacklisted when you guys blacklisted me from trying to help y'all find more support for your cause. Yeah, you remember that? You remember when I talked to the Genshin VAs? Remember when I talked to the Honkai Star Rail VAs? Remember when I talked to the Wuthering Waves VAs? And you remember all I was trying to do was help y'all out, and then you blacklisted me. You blacklisted me. So I'm not going to feel bad for the blacklister getting blacklisted.
It's definitely something that my viewers
Woo-wah voice actors I'm still cool with. Woo-wah VAs I'm still cool with.
That's cool. That's
know
cool.
about, because it's something that I bring up often, is the fact that in the voice acting space, blacklisting happens way more than anybody even wants to admit that it does. Whether it's coming from directors, casting directors, things like that.
For sure. And it's why most actors will not say anything. It's why we stay silent while we're suffering and just trying to get paid. And again,
Suffering. Voice actors suffering. I had to go live and talk for 4 hours today. Oh my God. Oh, it was so hard. We're out here suffering. Shut up, bro.
And I
Just
bet,
get
like, I bet she didn't even have to do it in like fucking in 1 day. I bet she could have did it over like 2 or 3.
a real job and do that shit on the
As well.
side. It's barely any work regardless. Relax, dude. I can't wait for a voice actor to tell me how hard their job is. Relax. Weren't you helping them before? Yeah, until they became this unlikable and bitched this much.
voice actors, most voice actors, like myself, are paycheck to paycheck. I'm on food stamps myself. I know several.
Get a job! No one's stopping you from getting a job! Holy shit! Jesus! You work 4 hours every 3 months! Go get a job!
Voice actors, like myself, are paycheck to paycheck. I'm on food stamps myself. I know several other voice actors in Genshin that are also on food stamps, or they have 4 to 6 other jobs that they're working on besides just voice acting, because it does not
Oh, okay. At least the other voice actors are smarter and got other jobs. You know?
pay the bills. And so knowing all of that, and then on top not getting paid in a timely manner, this is very simple stuff that should be easy to do. And at the end of the day, technically, legally, it is the studio's obligation to pay us on time, but Hoyo is the one that needs to sign the SAG contract, so that way we actually have enforceable protections when it comes to this.
Okay, yeah.
So for myself, I will not come back until it is union, because as of right now, I cannot trust
I
that
guess she's never coming back.
I will.
Hey,
Yippee!
hey, Corina, you have an option right now. Okay? Okay? You can get a real job or welcome home. Right? Either that or homeless. Take your pick, buddy. Take your pick, buddy.
Will get paid on time unless a union is actually there, a union representative that can call them and say, hey, you didn't pay your actor.
Yeah, I could definitely see that. That definitely clears the air, I feel like, with a lot of people about, at least your intentions when being involved. And I definitely think a lot of people could be empathetic to that situation, because I know that I definitely can, with not being paid and also being a contractor myself.
Nah, bro, you're lying.
It's something you seriously have to deal with. And if you don't have anybody protecting you, then you have to pay the upfront cost to get yourself protected, essentially, to make sure that you get paid.
He has
as
to
a
be
person.
lying, right? He has to be joking
It
around,
was
right?
really great having you on. I
has to
hope
be.
you come back. Where can fans find you at? And if you still have your acting course, I mean,
Yeah,
no.
the unemployment line and at her local food shelter is where you can
That's
find her.
actually true.
Hope that helps. Hey, if you want to meet up with Paimon, go to your local unemployment line. Or if you check your local 7-Eleven, she'll be on the
Oh,
street
she's my
corner
biggest fan. I'm gonna go.
begging for change. Feel free to give her a nickel to stay gone. Yeah, great. Hey, Paimon,
See her in a fucking alley,
get
bro.
fucked. Like, comment, subscribe. Welcome home!
Bro, I generally did not know what to like comment on. Like, I couldn't do any commentary for like half of that because I generally didn't even know what to say. Like, it was just most of what she was saying was fucking not. No one cared. Like, no one cared. Oh, if you want to play a new fantastic game, click here. Jesus Christ. These ads are insanely rampant. I don't even know, man. It's just. Oh my god, like, no one cares. If her voice actor, if she gets changed to a different voice actor, everyone will be celebrating. I'm just curious what Paimon it's got to sound like with a new voice actor. I'm actually just very curious.